The Golden State Warriors just sent shockwaves through the NBA, and fans can't stop talking about it. Their brand new starting lineup against the Los Angeles Lakers has completely flipped the script on what everyone expected this season. Nobody saw this coming, not analysts, not rival teams, and definitely not the Lakers. What Steve Kerr just pulled off might go down as one of the boldest coaching moves of the entire year. And tonight, it's all about how the Warriors' shocking new lineup completely changed the energy, the chemistry, and the future of the team. When the news broke earlier today that Steve Kerr was shaking up the starting five, social media went absolutely crazy. For weeks, fans had been questioning whether the Warriors were truly ready to contend again. The team had been inconsistent, sometimes dominant, other times unrecognizable. But now, with this new starting lineup, it looks like Golden State has found something fresh, dangerous, and maybe even unstoppable. So here's what went down. Kerr benched 2 longtime starters in favor of younger, faster, and hungrier players. This wasn't just a minor tweak, it was a message. A message that no spot is safe, and that the Warriors are officially entering a new era of basketball. Steph Curry, of course, remains the anchor of the squad. The 2-time MVP isn't going anywhere. But what shocked everyone was how Kerr surrounded him tonight. Instead of the usual veterans, the lineup featured a surprising mix of youth, athleticism, and grit that completely threw the Lakers off their rhythm. From the opening tip, the energy was different. The Warriors came out firing, and you could feel the intensity in Chase Center. Steph Curry was smiling, feeding off the crowd's energy, and it was clear something special was happening. But it wasn't just Curry. Jonathan Kuminga, who has been quietly developing into one of the most explosive young players in the league, finally got his full moment. Kerr inserted Kuminga into the starting lineup, and the results were instant. His athleticism, his defensive energy, and his willingness to attack the rim gave Golden State something they'd been missing: aggression. Alongside Kuminga came Moses Moody, another player who's been waiting for his breakout opportunity. Moody's calm, confident play on both ends of the floor brought balance to the lineup. His corner threes, his off-ball movement, and his defensive awareness made him an instant problem for the Lakers' wings. It was like watching a younger, faster version of the old Warriors, still sharp with spacing and ball movement, but infused with youthful hunger. But that wasn't the only surprise. Draymond Green, who had missed some games earlier in the season, returned to the starting unit as the emotional leader, but he looked different, focused, poised, and fully committed to guiding the new lineup. Instead of just yelling and setting screens, Draymond was orchestrating. His chemistry with Kuminga was noticeable, like a mentor passing the torch. On defense, he was barking out orders, helping the young guys switch properly, and he completely disrupted Anthony Davis early on. And then there's Andrew Wiggins. After a rocky start to the season, Wiggins looked rejuvenated tonight. Many doubted if he could regain his 2022 championship form, but with this new lineup, he seemed more comfortable. Without the pressure of carrying the offense, he locked in defensively and played within the system. His length and versatility helped shut down LeBron James in key moments, and when he got his open looks, he made them count. The result? The Warriors' new starting five: Curry, Moody, Wiggins, Kuminga, and Draymond absolutely dominated the Lakers in stretches. The ball movement returned to classic Warriors form. Fast cuts, smart spacing, and unselfish passing left the Lakers scrambling. You could tell LeBron and AD weren't expecting this kind of tempo. The Warriors were running, dunking, and hitting deep threes like it was 2015 all over again. Even the bench looked fired up. Players like Klay Thompson, now coming off the bench, showed maturity and leadership. It's not easy for a four-time champion to accept a reduced role, but Klay embraced it like a true professional. When he checked into the game, the crowd erupted. And when he hit back-to-back threes in the second quarter, the Chase Center nearly exploded. It's clear Klay still has the fire, but this new role might actually help preserve his body and extend his career. Steve Kerr's decision wasn't just about making a statement, it was strategic. He knew that to beat teams like the Lakers, the Warriors needed energy, size, and versatility. For too long, they had relied on small ball lineups that were getting punished by bigger, more physical teams. But now, with Kuminga playing power forward and Wiggins sliding comfortably at the 3, the Warriors can finally match up physically while still keeping their signature pace and shooting. Fans immediately took to social media after the first half, calling this the rebirth of the Warriors dynasty. Tweets flooded in saying things like, "Kerr finally figured it out," and "this lineup just feels right." Even rival players were reportedly stunned at how fast the Warriors looked. The Lakers, known for their size and interior dominance, were forced into turnovers and bad shots all night. But what really stood out was Steph Curry's leadership. He wasn't just scoring, he was empowering his teammates. Every time Kuminga made a big play, Steph was the first to celebrate. When Moody nailed a clutch corner 3, Curry pointed at him like, "You're next." This wasn't just a new lineup, it was a new mindset. The old Warriors were about experience and perfection. The new Warriors are about energy and evolution. And the numbers don't lie. Curry finished the game with 29 points, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. Kuminga added 21 points and 9 boards, showcasing his athletic dominance. Moody chipped in 15 points with 3 big threes, while Draymond anchored the defense with 10 assists and several clutch stops. Wiggins contributed 17 and looked every bit the two-way star the Warriors need him to be. Meanwhile, the Lakers looked completely out of sync. LeBron tried to rally the team, but the Warriors' defensive intensity kept him contained. Anthony Davis had flashes of dominance, but Golden State's help defense and constant rotations frustrated him all night. By the fourth quarter, the Lakers were visibly tired, while the Warriors looked fresher than ever. The final score told the story, a commanding statement win for Golden State. After the game, Steve Kerr praised his team's effort but made it clear this wasn't a one-time experiment. He said, "We've been searching for the right balance, and I think we may have found something special. The young guys earned this. They've been patient, they've worked, and they're ready." That one line, "we may have found something special," sent fans into a frenzy. Because if this lineup really is the future, then the Warriors might just be back in championship contention. Curry also spoke after the game, and his words showed just how much belief he has in this new group. "We're building trust," he said. "Every year brings new challenges, but our DNA stays the same: unselfish basketball, smart defense, and belief in each other." It's the kind of statement you'd expect from a true leader, and it perfectly captured the Warriors' new identity. Even Klay Thompson, who many thought might struggle with the bench role, handled it with grace. "At the end of the day, it's about winning," Klay said. "If this helps us get back to the top, I'm all in." That quote alone showed the maturity and unity inside the Warriors' locker room. There's no ego, just purpose. The reaction from around the league was immediate. Analysts on ESPN called it the boldest move of the season. Former players praised Kerr for trusting his young talent. And rival teams suddenly had a reason to worry again. The message was clear: the Warriors aren't fading away quietly. They're evolving. This game wasn't just another regular season win. It was a glimpse into the Warriors' future, a faster, stronger, more dynamic version of themselves. The kind of team that can run with the young squads and still outthink the veterans. It reminded everyone why you can never count out Golden State. As the crowd chanted, "Warriors! Warriors!" in the closing moments, you could feel that old championship energy returning to the building. Steph clapped his hands, Draymond flexed toward the bench, and Kerr smiled as if he knew this was the beginning of something big. If this lineup continues to develop, the rest of the league should be on notice. Because the Warriors aren't rebuilding, they're reloading. And with Curry still playing at an MVP level, the young guns stepping up, and veterans buying into new roles, this team might have just reignited their dynasty. The Golden State Warriors have officially shocked the NBA. Their new starting lineup didn't just beat the Lakers, they made a statement that echoes through the entire league. They're not done. They're not finished. They're just getting started. And tonight, every fan watching felt it: the Warriors are back.